everybody. This is Mark with Mark's Home Hobbies. Uh, yeah, I was just sitting here this morning having a cup of coffee, and I was thinking about the state of RC cars here. So I came up with this here. This is the WLtoys K9x9, my dream RC car. Is it your dream RC car? I don't know. Let's go over a few points. It's early in the morning, so I won't try to get too deep into anything here, but let's just talk about some things here. Prototypical driving behavior. Realistic acceleration, braking, and drifting. Now let's talk about that for a minute. Does your WLtoys K9x9, does it have realistic acceleration? Does it have realistic braking? Does it have realistic drifting? Well, those are some big questions right there. I don't know if I have all the answers to all those questions, but it does provide some realism in acceleration and some realism in braking and some realism in drifting. So it does tick the box kinda for that. I mean, you can see the box is checked. Some of these ones I've checked them, even though the WLtoys K9x9 doesn't really check the box for me, but I've just checked them anyways. I don't know, I'm just like that. I wish they would, but I don't know, maybe at some point in time we can make that happen as a community. Fully proportional control, steering, throttle, brake, and handbrake. Yeah, I guess there's a handbrake kind of sensation when you put the one-way diff in the front on the four-wheel drive model. You do get a kind of a handbrake sensation upon turning. So I guess you could check that box. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Race simulation. Complex driving simulations. Calculating realistic driving behavior. Yeah, I'd say that it kind of checks that box. I mean, you know, you can get some complex kind of drifting and some moves out of it, you know, with a gyro and the proper driving skill. So I'd say we could check that box. Realistic light functions. Equipped with headlights and brake lights. Okay, the newer model, the one that has the little truck body, does have the lights on it now, so I don't think it has brake lights. I think it just has rear lights, so that's kind of a half check. Underbody sensor. Now that box is checked, and it really shouldn't be because it doesn't have it. Lap time and measurements via recognition of information on the track surface. There's no real option for that in WLtoys models yet. That could be added very easily. The addition of an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi Zero or something small like that. The ESP chips. Some type of small single board computer there with some inputs and outputs and a sensor of some type on the bottom, a Hall sensor or something, or an optical sensor could do that fairly easily. So we're going to leave that box checked there because that could happen. Real race sound. Now that box is checked. Original engine sound, realistic braking, and gear shifting noises. I don't think we got any of that so far for WLtoys K9x9 series. It could be added too. There are very small speakers such as laptop speakers that are just literally tiny little things, and there are very small sound units which are commonly known in the electronics world as digital signal processors, which combine a small computer with some various other electronic hardware in order to produce music on a small chip. Those are available, and some coding would have to be done, of course. I don't know if anybody that watches my channel is capable of doing that coding or wanted to maybe work with me on doing the coding. I know something about it, but I can't work alone. So I guess I'm asking for volunteers, you know, anybody that wants to make any of this stuff happen besides me, anybody that's techno curious, familiar with Arduinos, familiar with programming computers, input-output devices, hardware, software, that type of stuff, basic computer things. Maybe you have some design skills. You're a skilled designer with AutoCAD or something. Leave me a comment if you're any of those things. I'd like to know about it. I'd like to know more about my subscribers. Guess that's what I'm getting at here. And the last thing here that's checked, vibration feedback. A full steering lock for even easier control. That's just my theory, that if you knew when the wheels were maxed out, you wouldn't bother to turn the wheel anymore, because you'd know that you had reached the limit. So I think with these new radios, they do have vibration function. I know my FlySky FSGT 5 or 6 or whatever that thing is, that has vibrational function in it. When the battery starts getting low, it vibrates. Okay, so that could be accomplished. I don't think any of these things are unrealistic here, and I think what they all lead to is kind of a community of people that all want the same thing. They want their cars to drift easy. I want to be able to just take my car out on the track and put it down and not have to go through years of training and countless thousands of hours of battery packs and wasted time just sitting there trying to achieve this one goal, where with a little bit of tuning and a little bit of control effort and a little bit of testing and a community of folks that all kind of are going at the same goal, I think we could get it done a little bit more successfully and make the WLtoys K9x9 series a more viable product. Because at this point, if you want to get into it more professionally, your only other options are quite pricey. You have the BMRX and the DRZ and the Atomics, and you have quite a plethora of high-end niche cars that kind of take you up to the next level in terms of 120x scale drifting. All right, if you're into it that heavy and you want to spend that kind of money, upwards of $500, $600, $700, $800 on RC equipment, that's up to you. I'm not going to say anything to anybody that wants to do that, because, man, I wish I could do that too, but it's a little bit too much money for me. I've already got that much invested in the WLtoys equipment as it is, and I still haven't realized my result. And I guess it's kind of a rant, kind of just a little talk about how I feel about the whole situation here with these RC cars. I like playing around with them and things like that, and I like spending money. But I don't like throwing money after something I'm never going to be able to really truly achieve. So I've ticked these boxes here just to give everybody a little hope and glimmer about what we could do to make our dreams come true, basically. It sure would be nice if they would come up with something else besides just another car, and just a bunch of people standing around trying to make sure their cars slide around in the right spot. I mean, there's no lap timing. There's just two guys sliding around the track. See who get to the spot first. Okay, great. But can you race online? I mean, can you race against other people around the world? Can you have a forum or something, a community where everybody could go and talk about their racing, and you could be known in the racing world as being a good person to race against? I just don't think that's available in the standard RC setup the way we have it right now. So, and that's something that I think it really needs. Yeah, your mileage may vary and your thoughts may vary, but you're welcome to have your own opinion. I have mine. I just try to make something, some kind of content here, I should say, that is relevant to the situation today. I see a lot of parts available. I see a lot of people hopping up their WLtoys cars, buying graphite chassis and or carbon fiber chassis, I should say, aluminum metal kits, and all type of different stuff for these cars, and they all have their setups, and they're all welcome to have their own deal that they have in their own way. But I think what they're trying to achieve is what I'm trying to achieve, basically. They're trying to get their car to go around the track easily without having to spend too much money and without having to spend too much time and effort. You know, they want the sensation of racing, and they want to be a part of the racing community, but they don't want to spend thousands of dollars to get there. So if you feel that way or you have your own thought on it, please leave a comment, and I'll be glad to respond to you. I try to respond to everybody's comments, whether they're good comments, bad comments, or others. Please don't troll me. I'm just trying to help here. So yeah, that's kind of the way I feel about it. I'm looking for something a little bit more than what the WLtoys can offer me, but I don't know if I want to move up to that next plateau yet and spend that extra money. So but like I said, I do have some things coming in the mail that I think are pretty interesting, and I don't know, you might think so too. So maybe some of you aren't going to sit through this whole video and listen to what I got to say, but for those of you who do, you'll be kind of interested in seeing what I have ordered and what is on the way. And I think it takes a lot of these same boxes, and as a matter of fact, I think it ticks the boxes even harder than the WLtoys could ever tick them, no matter what kind of work we could do to it. And it does so for a price that really, when you think about how much money you have to put into the WLtoys, it's not really a bad price for what you get. And if it was a little easier, the whole situation to discuss, and it was it's just hard to really say that you don't like something or you do like something, or I mean, I love my little WLtoys cars, don't get me wrong, but do they tick all these boxes hard right here? No, they really don't. And I don't think, no matter if I could get a community of people together and do all the work that I was talking about, I just don't know if it would honestly ever tick all the boxes the way some products will. So I think what we're seeing is an advancement in technology now, and you guys are going to be surprised. I'll tell you, I think I was kind of surprised. And so I guess this is just kind of like a little teaser video and kind of a rant and a event session kind of going on. Like I said, I was I don't know, I was just in a kind of a quandary about which way to really go with this whole RC car thing. If I should pursue different aspects, if I want to get into the racing community, if I want to go 10th scale, I could race at some local tracks, and I could get back in with the people there and get in with a 10th scale group. I prefer the smaller cars though, because then I can race those at home. I don't want to always have to go to the track, okay? I want to have a track at my house, okay? I want to have people over and come and race at my place. Or how about we race online sometimes? That would be great, the way people use cell phones and you race, like you do other games and you could just race online, and but if you had a car, you could actually put the car down too and race, So I think there's a lot of options getting ready to open up in the RC car industry. So be prepared, that's all I can tell you. All right, enough of this rant and rave hobby RC car session here. This is Mark's Home Hobbies. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my new subscribers. I hope I can come up with some good content to keep you guys coming back. Try to support my little channel here before it gets pounded out of existence by everybody else. If you like this type of rant and raving, technical engineering, computer guy kind of stuff, hey, you might want to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified when I put up new comments and commentary like this. Yeah, click the like button, give me a thumbs up, or dislike it. I don't really care. If you wanted to dislike it, that's great. It's up to you. Anyways, it's Mark's Home Hobby saying, have a nice day.